Welcome, welcome. Oh, I didn't mean to stop. Look, we got wonderful music behind us here, and we're just warming up here. But welcome, welcome, welcome to 88 Keys, the piano fundraiser here for the Valley Presbyterian Church. We're so glad that you are here. You are in for a treat. We have two wonderful dueling pianists. One of them is playing right now. Say welcome to Jan Frankel. Hooray, yeah. There he is. And we also have Max Vladimiroff, our other dueling pianist. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. I'm glad that you're here. Remember that this, of course, is a wonderful afternoon. I hope you'll have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun listening to great music, but it also is for Valley Presbyterian Church and their new piano. So if you would like to make donations, you certainly are able to do that. A quick shout out to those who have joined us online. Everybody wave to the folks online, whoever's out there. You can donate with cash. If you are here, you can write a check to Valley Presbyterian Church or a VPC, or you can scan the QR code, especially if you're online, scan that QR code and make a donation for the piano fundraiser. I'm not going to, anybody know what the standard number of piano keys is? What's the standard number? By the way, there's going to be a trivia quiz later on. And I don't think that's one of the questions, but what's the standard number of piano keys? 88. So that's the 88 Keys Piano Fundraiser. If we raise $1,000 for each of the piano keys, that's $88,000. Wouldn't that be great? That's within our reach. But you know, there are some pianos that have 44 keys, all the way up to 72 keys. And then the standard piano of 88 keys. And then there's the Imperial Bösendorfer piano that has 108 keys. Or no, 97 keys. 97 keys. And then there's the rare 9-octave pianos that have 108 keys. So we're sticking with the 88 keys. I'm sure Max and Jan will tickle those ivories with great panache and style. I think we should get started. Why don't we have Max and Jan come out for our first one? The first piece is called The Tin Roof. And this is a wonderful jazz classic. And it's a great way to start off the afternoon. How many of you have ever lived in a house with a tin roof? How many of you ever been in a building with a tin roof during the rainstorm? You know, the way the rain comes down and you can hear that. Well, that's reflected in Tin Roof. Tin Roof Blues. Can you incorporate that into the music? I don't think so. Tin Roof Blues. All right. You know, that's fascinating. You notice that they kind of moved in and out there and each had their own spin on it. That's the wonderful thing about jazz and this kind of music, that all kinds of artists put their own spin on these things. And so this is a wonderful way to start the day. Thank you, Jan and Max. Yeah. I don't think I'm supposed to have a microphone in front of the speaker over there. But I just wanted to make sure you were awake. Yeah, you know, the Tin Roof Blues was just such a quiet and slow and a piece that put us all to sleep, right? Yeah, I think not. Well, this next piece is a piece that I don't know how you can sit there because it's called Charleston. You've all heard of the Charleston, right? The dance craze of the 1920s. Well, Tin Roof Blues was from 1923, and the Charleston was all part of that flapper craze in the 1920s. And this next piece, Charleston is what that dance came from. So I believe, let's see. Yeah, James D. Johnson, 1923 also, Charleston. Here we go. Do I see any toe tapping? Right here. Right over there. Well, you know, we've been making Jan and Max do all the work, but now it's our turn to do some work here. I want you to help me sing along. You know, there's a in 1927 there was a song recorded by Charles Hart. 1927. But you probably would be more familiar with a recording that was made in 1960 by Elvis Presley. Are You Lonesome Tonight? Are You Lonesome Tonight? So we're going to check over here on the screen, and we're going to sing. All of you, I don't care if you have one note or a whole range or an opera singer or a lounge singer or whatever. Let's join together as we sing Are You Lonesome Tonight? Take it away, Max. Are you lonesome tonight? Uh-oh, I think we're coming up to the time here. Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there. Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? So it's kind of a famous story that Elvis Presley, when he sang, "Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there?" I think they must have been recording it live, and he burst out into laughter when he sang that line, kind of. But everybody loved it. That's the thing about jazz, that no matter what happens, you can never make a mistake. Is that right, guys? No matter what happens, you can never make a mistake, right? Yeah, it's just a note that hasn't fully resolved yet, right? Yeah. Well, that's a good thing, because I made a few wrong notes here from one perspective, but that's all right. So this next thing. Oh, by the way, we have right here in front two bowls. One says Jan, and the other says Max. And I see there's already some dollars in each of these bowls. So remember, this is a piano duel, and Max and Jan are just absolutely, going head to head, right against each other, And so, how do we know who's going to win this duel? Well, we're going to check the donations in each bowl at the end of the day and see who is triumphant. What do you think, Max? Yeah, well, home turf is right. But Jan, people around here are really nice to guests too. So All right. So this next thing, the next song is one of our specific piano dual pieces. Now, how many of you like to tipple now and again? You go and take a little drink before dinner. You like your before dinner, yeah. And how many of you have ever done that with a brown jug? The little white lightning, a little moonshine there, a little brown jug. Well, this next piece, our piano duel, is going to be Little Brown Jug. Now, so we got to make this interesting for these guys. They're too good. They're way too good. So we got to make this a little bit harder for them. So let's see. Can you help me up? Bring some of those flags up here. We want to make them do this Little Brown Jug in a different sort of way. So how about if would somebody like to take the faster flag here? Somebody take the faster flag. So if you start waving that flag, maybe they'll go faster. And oh, here's slow. Oh, here are a couple slows. So we put a couple of slows here. Yeah, all right. And then we've got, what else we've got here? Oh, a stomp. We need a couple of stomps. Here we go. All right. There we go. All right. Here's another stomp in the back. Let's just practice that. Let me hear how you guys are stomping. Oh, they're pretty good. All right, all right. And how about, okay, oh, here's one. So when I see these go up, how are we gonna make them play without seeing? Oh, we've got blindfolds. Here we go. All right, so I've got one here. Let's see. All right. And when you want them to play blind, you can have them. Well, you know, I'll put them. Yeah. So I'm going to keep this when I see that. Anybody else want the blind one? Here we go. All right. Any others? Let's see. We've got slow. We've got fast. We've got blind. We've got faster. We've got. All right. Okay. So how is this going to work, guys?
All right. So here's the piano duo part. We going to be watching if you have one of those flags and you want to raise the flag, this is what we're going to follow, the instructions from you. That's what we're going to follow. And then we're going to take turns. So if you want one of us to go faster, that's our job, to go faster. And then we'll switch. So the other guy can do the faster part. And then we're going to switch again. And if you want us to go louder or softer, let us know with that flag. And we'll do our best. We'll do our best to follow you.
All right. So each of you, we're going to make each of them do each of the things here. So, all right. So here we go. Little brown jug. Who's starting? Oh, you're starting out together. Here we go. All right. Both of them. Hey, let's get some stomping going here. Come on. Let's everybody help them out with some stomping. Woohoo! Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, Max, slow her down here, slow her down, nice and slow. Here we go. Woo. Let's give it a little help here. Breaking the speed limits here, Jan. All right. Slow her down here. Here we go. Slow. Now we're gonna make a switch. We're gonna. Okay. Ooh. Woohoo! All right, I want to see if you guys can do Max with the left hand and Jan with the right hand. No right hand, Max. You have only the left hand there. Come on. Jan's got the right hand. All right. Now, I want to see Max do the right hand but not move. And Jan's going to do the left hand and not move. So here we go. Woo! I wish you could see their hands. Yeah. All right, Jan, take over, will you? Yeah. All right, guys, I want to hear you play in the style of someone who's a little bit tipsy. Someone who's a little bit tipsy. How would that be? You know? Woo! Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of staggering down the road there. I could hear it in the piano keys, couldn't you? Yeah. All right, this is a piano duo. I want you to tell me what you think about Max's playing here. Come on. How'd you like Max and play it? Let me hear it. Yeah? All right, yeah. All right. And how did you feel about Jan's playing here? Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, now what about Max's playing again here? Yeah? Yeah? And Jan? All right. Any other ideas? What do you want them to do? We want louder. Yeah, we want to bring down the house here. As loud as you can do it. Yeah. Guys, once again, Let me hear. Let me hear your appreciation for Max. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. And let me hear your appreciation for Jan. Yeah. All right. Yeah. There we go. What? Well, he definitely used more fingers. He used longer fingers, I must say.
So
Yeah.
I broke my finger in the bike riding accident.
Uh-oh.
And it healed kind of short. I was just telling you.
Oh.
So I really have 9.5 fingers.
So you had to relearn how to do all that kind of stuff with a new finger length.
I actually was playing my church, something you guys need, my church service on Sundays with 9 fingers, like foot pedals and whatnot. But this guy's kind of, I did something stupid on my road bicycle, so training, and I had the best hand orthopedist in the state, so I didn't need surgery, but it's still kind of crooked. So.
I would call
crooked finger. My actual music concert, he named me Jan Crooked Finger.
Yeah, I would call it an artistic finger. So, all right, well done, guys. So I'm going to put my pastor hat on here. We obviously we're here at Valley Presbyterian Church, and you know there's a long history of tradition of singing music for the religious community, and down in New Orleans for for funerals down there, the New Orleans jazz style of When the Saints Go Marching In is a really significant thing. I don't know, I'll never forget a service that I did at my previous church. And the person who was remembering their loved one said, my husband did not want the service to be sad. He wanted it to be a service of celebration and thanksgiving for the wonderful life that he had. And he wanted people to go out from the church singing. And so we had When the Saints Go Marching In with a saxophone and with a trumpet player. And we just ended the whole service on such an upbeat. So this next wonderful jazz piece is When the Saints Go Marching In. I remember Louis Armstrong playing When the Saints Go with his trumpet. And When the Saints Go Marching In, it's such a wonderful, wonderful jazz piece. So, are we ready for when? Big shout out to those who are online. Those Saints Go Marching In. if you can move those hips. I think we're halfway there. Yeah. Oh, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. All right, lift your hands. Come on, let me see you march with your hands up high. There you go. All right. Okay. Well, so did you get your 10,000 steps in today yet? Well, you got a little bit on the way there. So this next piece is a sing-along again. And this is a Max's solo here. And I don't want to. This was composed by the legendary Lake, 1930s, and but it became Henry years, were added late, and they become even national. So there is a tremendous motion there. So just take a vision line as we sing memories of you. And it was interesting, I was not that old. How do you recognize when you do it? Well, it'll be interesting to sing along. Here we go. Walking at sunrise, every sunset too seems to be bringing me memories of you. Waking skies at sunrise, every sunset too seems to be bringing me memories of you. Here and there, everywhere, scenes that once we knew, and they all just recall memories of you. How I wish I could forget those happy yesteryears that have left a rosary of tears. Your face beams in my dreams, spite of all I do. Everything seems to bring memories of you. By the way, I hope you're remembering the little thing called your wallet, and the other little things called the baskets. And there are some back there and up here for Max and Jan. And there's also the QR code. Those of you who are up to date, hep to the jive, just ready to plunge into the 21st century and want to use the QR code to make your donation. You could. I'm thinking of this as an 88 keys piano dual fundraiser, right? So 88, you could make a gift of 88 cents. So, so if it's 88 cents, you might as well round it up to the nearest dollar, right? Or suppose you made a gift of $8.80 and round it up to the ninth dollar, okay? And then, of course, you could make a gift of $88 and round it up to the nearest hundred. How about, yeah. Or even better, what if you made a gift of $500 and added $88 to it? $588. Right? Or what if you made a gift? Well, you get the idea. So you guys online, are you hearing this? Use that QR code and make the donations as best you can. So how many of you are familiar with, what's the term? Let's see, the Harlem Stride style. The Harlem Stride style. It's a style that grew out of ragtime, old-time ragtime. James P. Johnson was one of the pioneering figures in the Harlem Stride style. And just as Max and Jan are battling today, there were two pianists back then. James P. Johnson was one, and the other was the famous Fats Waller. And Fats was a fabulous piano player. He died pretty young. He was only 39 when he passed away, but he was an incredible piano player. And he claimed that there was nothing, no one could write anything that he couldn't play. And Mr. Johnson took him on. James Johnson took him on and said, "Yeah, I'll write something." And the result of it was Carolina Shout. Carolina Shout. And he had Fats Waller temporarily stumped, right? So in celebration of our piano duel, we're going to hear Carolina Shout. Oh, I see a flag waving. Faster, faster, louder, faster, louder. They're waving their flags. Woo. Oh, that faster sign is sinking lower. It's sinking lower and lower. Oh, here it comes up. Look out. Here it comes. All right. Woo! Yeah, yeah. Excellent, excellent. All right. Yeah. Oh, I think they deserve. Where's that louder sign? I think the applause needs to be louder than that. Come on. Yeah. Woo! All right. So I need a volunteer from the audience. Somebody volunteer. What? You don't trust me? Okay. So here's your volunteer. No, you don't have to volunteer. When do you eat lunch? 1 o'clock. It is 7 minutes to 1. So are you hungry? Well, I happen to know that there's some goodies over there. We have one more piece for this segment. There are 2 more segments to come later on, but we have to take pity on Jan and Max. I think they're getting tired. Max, are you wilting?
I'm waiting for some jambalaya.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't have any yet until this next song, right? So you got one more song to work at. What about you, Jan? Are you ready? You ready to go? All right. Okay. Well, we're going to do. So, how many of you have ever know what the maple leaf stands for? Yeah. What does the maple leaf stand for? Canada, right? Well, this next song, the Maple Leaf Rag, has nothing to do with Canada. But it's called Maple Leaf Rag, and it was written by Scott Joplin. Years and years and years and years and years ago, I was about 7. And I remember visiting my aunt and uncle in St. Joe, Michigan. They had a farmhouse out there with a wraparound porch. It was a pretty big house, and the porch went all around 3 sides. And it was screened in, but only screened in. And we would visit them, usually in the summertime. And there were, Aunt Edith and Uncle Ed had 5 kids. And my parents, I was one of 6. So we had 11 of us in this one house with our 4 parents. So guess where the boys got to sleep? Outside on the porch. And this porch was filled with stuff all around the 3 sides of the house, including an old Victrola gramophone that still worked and played 78s. And there were 3 records that they had that worked on this gramophone. And one of them had the Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin. So guys, take it away. The king of ragtime, Scott Joplin, and Maple Leaf Rag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to take just a brief intermission here, but you can't leave. You know, the doors are locked. Well, no, they're not. The fire marshal wouldn't be happy with that. But there is wonderful jambalaya here. There's drinks and all kinds of things. So why don't you, you're all sitting down. You know, I don't know how you're going to be sitting down. So rise up and head over down and well for about 10 15 minutes while we take a little break, and we'll get started again in just a few minutes. So enjoy. If I can have your attention just quickly for a moment, coming up in this next segment, if you would like to make a special dedication for someone that is not here, or that someone who is here, or someone who is special to you, you can write that down. Do we have papers to write it down? Well, we'll find some pens and paper, and you write, if you can write legibly so I can read it, the name of the person that you would like to dedicate one of our songs in the next segment to, and I will collect them and we'll make those dedications. Okay. Yeah, that would be helpful. So I have paper and pens if you'd like to um, put someone's name down that you'd like to dedicate one of the songs to. We'll have one or two of the songs in the next set that we'll dedicate to the people and announce their names live here. So are these filled out? No. Okay. So does anyone want a blank piece of paper for a dedication? Oh, good, good, good. I got blank pieces of paper for a dedication. Is there someone special that you'd like to dedicate a song to? Give it some thought. Let me know.
Thank you.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I love your tie too.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't have much occasion to wear it, unfortunately. So this was a perfect time.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
A few of them.
Yeah. Papers for dedications. I have papers for dedications. They're going to be on the back tables here. If you have anyone that you'd like to dedicate a song to, please get the papers there and get them to me. We're going to do that in this next segment. So write down your dedications. Royal Garden Blues by the Williams Brothers. The original Dixieland Jazz Band recorded that. But the interesting thing is that the band's trumpeter, Nick LaRocca, claimed credit for the song. So in the early days of jazz, they were kind of loosey-goosey about who wrote the songs because they put their own spins on it anyway. So in one sense, you could say each time it was played by a different band or a different artist, it was a new song built on an older song. And what a wonderful thing that was. All right, so Royal Garden Blues. Let's see. Why are we here today? Because we're giving you the opportunity to open your hearts and open your wallets to share of that wonderful. So we've got these two bowls here. This is Ian's bowl and Jan's bowl. I'm sorry, Jan's bowl. Yeah. All right, Jan's bowl, and it's pretty hefty there, but I think it needs some extra help. We wouldn't want Max to get a big head, now would we? So if you want to make a contribution to Jan's bowl, you can. And this one over here is Max's bowl. I think he's got some relatives in the audience. He's got some relatives, so you can contribute to that. We're doing really well so far. We have been given $230 in cash. By the way, if I give you a number of $58, what do you think that means? If you have $58 in cash and you add it to the 230 we already have, you get 288. All right. So what about a check for $28? Right? If you add that to the $1,060 that we have in checks, what do you get? $1,088. Right? $28 plus 60 is 1,088. So we are doing well. And I got to say, shout out to the folks online. You've got access to that QR code. Use it. All right. This next piece here, Honeysuckle Rose. It was inducted. It was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999, way after it was originally composed. Written by Fats Waller. You remember him? He's the great piano player. And words Andy Razoff in 1928. So from 1928 to 1999, how many years is that? 71 years. Took 71 years for this song to get inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. And Honeysuckle Rose, he named it after both his favorite flower and maybe one of his girlfriends. Honeysuckle Rose. Wonderful favorite for both instrumentalists and vocalists. Jan's challenge, she's channeling his inner Fats Waller. Honeysuckle Rose. Woo! Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the question is, how long a wingspan does Jan have? You know, it's long enough to reach all the way across the 88 keys. Yeah. All right. So, all right. So, this next song, we hear a little bit of a prelude to it, but Max is going to have to continue that prelude for a while because I got a couple of things I need to say while he's tinkling on the ivies here. This is a sing along, so you want to check over there. It's Blue Skies, and we have a dedication here to the love of my life, Leo, my husband of 50 years. So we do have that dedication for Blue Skies. Now, I'm not done yet, Max, so you got to keep on going here, you know? Um, is there anybody named Betsy in the room? Do we have any Betsy in the room? Betsy. Does anybody want to be a Betsy? Did you know that there was an early musical from 1926 called Betsy? And Ziegfeld was the producer, and he gave, let's see, who was Hart and what was the other? Let's see, Irving Berlin wrote Blue Skies. But it was first played in the musical Betsy, and they made this musical in 1926 in 2 weeks. The writers of the score were given 2 weeks to come up with a score. And the morning of the opening premiere of Betsy, the star, Betsy, the character played by Belle, what was her name? Belle. I don't remember. Her first name was Belle. That's all I can remember. She was Betsy in the show, and she was given Blue Skies the morning of opening. Can you imagine that? Putting together a musical in 2 weeks and giving your star lead this wonderful song with a few hours notice before opening day. So Blue Skies from the musical Betsy in 1926, but all of us, well, many of us know this wonderful piece. So turn to your left and let's join together as we sing Blue Skies. Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Let me see a sway here. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them go, nothing but blue skies from now on. Take it away, guy. never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies, Irving Berlin. So the next song the guys are going to be doing, a Dixieland jazz standard called Tiger Rag, from 1917 by the original Disneyland, the original Dixieland jazz band. And it's known for its energetic style and become a really popular tune in those meccas of 21st century sports stadiums. So you might hear the Tiger Rag. I understand that the Tiger Rag was adopted by LSU. What's their mascot? The LSU Tigers. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So the Tiger Rag is played at the stadium in LSU, and let's go Tigers. Let's go Tigers. All right. So yeah, take it away, guys. Hold that tiger. Hold that tiger rag. Dixieland Jazz Band. A handful of keys. That would make a very good name for a jazz piece, don't you think so? Handful of keys, and you could pull out your handful of keys and jingle them while they're playing. And so, as a matter of fact, there is a piece called Handful of Keys. It's a dazzling piano composition, and it's by someone we've been talking about earlier, Fats Waller, that wonderful pianist. Once again, I remind you that Fats only lived to be 39 years old. He was born in 1904 and died in 1943. But he was instrumental in innovations to the Harlem stride style that we had earlier on with the Charleston and such. I guess that's wrong. But anyway, don't pay any attention to anything I say. But legend has it that Fats Waller composed this tune of Handful of Keys in a taxi on the way to a recording session. So maybe he had a handful of keys in his hand, which inspired him to create Handful of Keys. So I just want to make Jan and Max jealous. I have a cookie in my hand, and you guys are too busy working hard, so you can't have a cookie yet. But anybody else who wants a cookie, they're in the back there, and you're welcome to go get them. Requests. We have it. I bet this is pressure here. That. Yeah. Um. Jelly Roll Blues. There's a Jelly Roll. Yeah, he was one of the. We're gonna do a. Well, you bet. So I don't know about you, but I'm all about the food. How many of you like jelly rolls? Yeah, jelly rolls, right? The cake rolled up with a jelly filling, and you slice them there, and you put a scoop of ice cream on it. So, can you guys whip that up in 30 seconds? No. I'm sorry. You'll have to get. Well, we could have a version of Jelly Roll. There was a wonderful jazz musician And his name was Jelly Roll Morton. And he was a key figure in the growth and development of jazz and blues. And his compositions really reflected the New Orleans jazz scene way back in the depths of time. So this next blues song is, of course, New Orleans Blues by Jelly Roll Morton. So I want you to raise your hand if you were born after 1973. Yeah, all right. So something really, really cool happened in 1973 with Robert Redford and Paul Newman. There was a movie that came out. It was called The Sting. The Sting. And it made famous again the wonderful ragtime tune by Scott Joplin, The Entertainer. This is one of my favorites. I mean, it is a tune. Have you ever gotten an earworm? Yeah, well, this is going to leave you with an earworm until the next song. So, guys, take it away. The Entertainer, Scott Joplin. All right, guys, here's a challenge for you. Can you turn the entertainer into a romantic ballad? Ah. All right. Woo-hoo. Yeah, yeah. So what do you see up here on the piano? What is that thing in the middle of the piano? It's called an iPad. I think it's like a 21st century thing, right? Yeah, yeah. Not unlike your cell phone, right? So I bet a few of you have your cell phones, right? As a matter of fact, I've been seeing some of you with your cell phones out taking pictures. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. We are not going to yell at you for taking pictures at this concert. We are celebrating that, even though we have 21st century technology with this wonderful 19th and 20th century music. But if you have taken pictures, this lovely lady over here, Linda, would like you to send them to us so that we can put them out there and celebrate this wonderful day. Linda S. Sear, C-Y-R, Linda S. Sear at gmail.com. So memorize that. All right. Or you can message on Facebook to the Valley Presbyterian Church and send your Valley Presbyterian Church, Brookfield. There might be other Valley Presbyterian churches, yeah, at least one other, somewhere out in Timbuktu or something like that. Yeah, California. Well, anything beyond, the Housatonic is, so. Anyway, so if you have taken pictures, we'd love to have you send them to us so we can share them more widely. So as I said before, I'm all about the food. And there's still some jambalaya over here. How many of you had the jambalaya, the spicy jambalaya? Ooh, that was yummy good. How many of you had the non-spicy jambalaya? That was yummy good too. So we're going to take just a brief intermission, maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, so that you can, and you saw me walking around with the round things earlier. I hope you recognize those as chocolate chip cookies. I always say, if you have a chocolate chip cookie, all's right with the world. Right? So if you'd like chocolate chip cookies, or in the back, there's iced tea, and there's water, and there's all kinds of good stuff. So we have 10 minutes of intermission. However, this particular intermission, while we're giving Jan and Max the opportunity to recharge, we are going to hold a trivia contest. We'll get through as many of the questions as we can, as quickly as we can. So you can, if you want, team up, pair up with a couple of folks and do it as a team, or you can do it as an individual. I remember the physics bowl on Big Bang Theory, And Sheldon, Sheldon wanted to take on his friends all by himself. So you could be a Sheldon and take on everybody else all by yourself, or you could, build your own team. So if you look over to the left there, we've got this this Jeopardy style quiz. And one other thing, it's important for you all to know that the winner of this Trivial Pursuit game gets a very, very special prize, right? You will get to participate in one of the song right after intermission. You will have a special role. We'll invite you to come up here to the piano, and in just a few seconds, Max and Jan will teach you everything you need to know about playing the piano for their next song. So let's do the this Jeopardy style question. The first hand I see gets to pick a question. Jazz musicians, musical instruments, jazz age, performing age, piano. So you choose a category, and you choose a 10, 20, 30, 40, or $50 question. Yes. Piano, and what number? 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50? 10. The easiest one here. All right. This company was making pianos decades before even thinking about manufacturing motorcycles. What? Oh, you got a hand here. Say again? Yamaha. All right. Let's see. That is correct. Congratulations. All right. That means that you get to pick the next category and question, sir. Piano for 20. Here we go. This material is no longer used in piano. Oh, the hand is up here. Ivory, no longer used in piano manufacturing. Okay, ivory is correct.
Identify yourselves when you give answers so we can keep track of who's winning.
All right.
Piano for 30.
Piano for 30. And what's your name?
Mike.
Mike. Okay, Mike's over here. He's stealing the show here. All right, so the hammers in the very first pianos consisted of wooden heads covered with... Yes. Leather is correct. Is it? Yes, it is correct. All right. Congratulations. And you are?
Peg.
Peg. Or way to go, Peg. Wresting the control from Mike here. All right. What's your category and number? Piano for 40. You don't have to go with that category. You can shift to a different category. Oh, you like that category. Okay. Piano for 40. The jazz pianist and composer Thelonious Monk once said, "The piano ain't got no wrong." Yes. Notes is correct. And your name is? Owen. Congratulations, Owen. Owen takes the lead. All right. Owen, what category do you want, and what number? You've got piano for 50 or any of the others? Musical instruments for 10. Here we go. Jazz drummers call this style of playing stirring the soup because they use two blanks and swipe them around on the snare drum. Stirring the soup. Haven't you ever seen those jabs? Yes. Brushes. That is correct. Very good, Betsy. And your name is? What was your name?
Betsy.
Betsy. Betsy, where were you when I was talking about the Betsy musical way back when? So, Betsy, you have the next category and number from.
Musical instruments 20.
Musical instruments for 20. Here we go. In the early days of jazz, which reed instrument was often featured prominently in jazz music ensembles? Do I see any hands? Yes, there's a hand. Clarinet. Peg, right? Peg. Peg. Okay, Peg is on a roll here. Not a jelly roll, but a roll. All right, it's clarinet is correct. Very good. What's your category number? Musical instruments for 30. Here we go. I love this one. Ever wonder what instrument was used to make that funny sound of the adults talking on the Peanuts cartoons? It's a trombone with the toilet blank over the instrument's bell. Plunger it is, Linda. Way to go. All right. Linda's got that. All right. Wah, 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 wah. Linda, what category and what number? Performing jazz for 50, a tough one. When jazz players are performing together, they will occasionally point their fingers at their blanks to show that it's time to play the melody. Point their finger at their broom. Yes, Betsy. At their instrument. Oh, that's a good guess. I don't think that's right. At the conductor. The jazz musicians, do they have conductors? Jan, Max, do you ever have conductors with jazz music? Sometimes, yeah. Well, they point to the MC, of course, absolutely. So any other ideas here? What do they point their fingers at to show that it's time to play the melody? Remember, in a jazz band, you have this opportunity where every member of the jazz band gets to play a solo. So how do you know who the next solo player is going to be? Yeah, close. How about a particular body part? Yes, it's the heads. Way to go, Mike. All right. Okay, what's the next category here?
Jazz age 10.
Jazz age for 10. Here we go. The American writer popularized the term with the publication of this short story collection, Tales of the Jazz Age. Where are the English majors out there? Betsy, I see your hand. F. Scott Fitzgerald, that is correct. All right, way to go. What's your next category? Jazz age for 20. In this film, set in the Prohibition era of Chicago, two jazz musicians disguise themselves by dressing as women to escape from mafia gangsters. I actually have seen that movie. Yes. Some Like It Hot. That's right. And what is your name? Elena. Okay, Yelena. All right, very good. And what's your next category?
Musical instruments. Have we done 30 yet?
Musical instruments for 30. Oh, no, so we've done that one. Yep, so it's 40 or 50.
40.
All right, musical instruments for 40. Here comes. In an early jazz ensemble, the main melody was generally played by the trumpet or its mellower sounding cousin, a cousin to the trumpet. Yeah. Cornet is correct. Very good. And your name is Nancy, and she's keeping score here. So Nancy, yeah, well, I wondered why that 1,000 was there. All right, so Nancy, what's your category and number? Piano for 50, I think. I think there's only one more for the piano. Piano for 50. If I hadn't been president of the United States, I probably would have ended up a blank in a bawdy house. President Harry S. Truman. What do you think? If I hadn't been, Max, do you know the answer to this question? I bet you do, Nancy. What? If I hadn't been, I would have ended up Bill Clinton in a bawdy house. That's a good answer, but it's wrong. Yes, back in the back. Piano player, of course. We've gotten 2 piano players. That is correct. And what is your name? Laura. Laura's got 50 points. Laura, what's your category and next number? Musical instruments, I think we've done 40. I think musical instruments for 50. Here we go. Blues musicians changed the timbre and pitch of their guitars by using what? What was that? Capons? Yeah. Capons? Yeah. Any other ideas? I have bottlenecks. So, but they're also called capons, aren't they? They became. All right. So we're not giving you any credit for that one. Okay. So pick another category. I forget who had the last. Pick a category. Laura, pick another category and number. Jazz age for 50, a tough one. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I love this one. In 1924, George Gershwin partially improvised his piano solo at the premiere of his. Yeah, I heard. Who did I hear? Rhapsody in Blue. Is that correct? There it is. And what is your name? Joanne got Rhapsody in Blue. And what you get to pick the next category and number.
Piano for 30.
We've done all the piano ones. And we've done all of the musical instruments ones.
Jazz musicians for 30.
Jazz musicians for 30. Here we go. Okay. Jazz musicians call each other blank as a sign of respect. No one knows exactly how it started. Some people think it's because jazz musicians are out late at night. Okay, so what do jazz musicians call each other as a sign of a milkman? Oh, I like that. That's wrong. But hey, milkman. Yeah. Cat. Is it rat? Is it cat? It is. Congratulations. All right, sir. You get some to pick the next category and number. We've got jazz musicians, jazz age, and performing jazz. Jazz musicians for 40. Here we go. All right. In 1922, pianist Earl Hines and singer Lois Depp made history as the first African-American artist to perform on the, think, 1922 National Mall. That's a good guess. It's wrong, but yeah, Betsy? Radio. Very good. 1922. First ones on radio. That is correct. Way to go, Betsy. All right, what's your category and number? Jazz musicians for 50. Didn't we do? Oh, no, we didn't do that one yet. Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. Which jazz musician was no? Yes, I saw Count Basie. I think I saw both hands at the same time. So I'm sorry, Yelena? Yelena, okay. What's your next category? Oh, Joanne. Okay, so give them both points. No, what's the next category, Yelena? So we have Count Basie. We have jazz musicians for 20 and 10. We have musical instruments. We have jazz age for 20, 30, 40, and 50. I think.
We'll do the next
Is that right?
Age. We'll do the next jazz age.
The next jazz age, 20. Here we go. Jazz age for 20. So, we already did that one. We did, so jazz age for 30. This dance, named after the harbor city, gained popularity in the 1920s. Yes, Charleston, absolutely. That is correct. Very good. So we're actually going to have them do the Charleston again, which is the first set. So we need to get you up there to do the Charleston dance, right? All right. So, Laura, what's the next category and number? Performing jazz 40. George Gershwin once said, life is like a box of chocolates. Life is a lot like jazz. It's better when you, yes, improvise. All right. So what's your next category?
Performing jazz 30.
Okay, performing jazz 30. Ella Fitzgerald was an American jazz singer, sometimes referred to as the first lady of song. She was noted for her purity of tone and a horn-like improvisational ability, particularly in her blank singing. Yeah, Joanne? Scat it is. Is that right? Yes, it is scat. Congratulations. What's the next category here? Performing jazz for, we've done 30, 40, and 50. Performing jazz has 10 and 20. 20. Scott Joplin was known for saying it is never right to play ragtime blank. However, this admonition is frequently ignored. It is never right to play ragtime in the shower. And it's never right to play ragtime. Yes, Betsy. Hey, Betsy? Slowly. That is incorrect. It is drunk. I love that answer. It's wrong, but I love that answer. Yes. Alone. That's a great answer. It's wrong, but I love it. As it is written, that's a correct answer, but it's not this correct answer. Scott, it is never right to play ragtime. Well, someone already guessed slowly, and that's wrong. Yes? Softly. That's another good answer. It's wrong, but, it's another good answer. There's an obvious one. What? Quickly or fast, right? Notice the last line. However, this admonition is frequently ignored. Fast is correct. Scott Joplin said you should never play ragtime fast. Very good. And what was your name? Adrian. And what's the next category? We have jazz musicians, I think, for 20, 10 and 20 for jazz musicians. Okay, jazz musicians for 20. Before he became famous, the popular jazz musician Duke Ellington used to sell blank at baseball games. Hot dogs. Of course, you don't sell anything else at baseball games, right? Peanuts it is. Is peanuts correct? There it is. And your name?
Ellen.
Ellen. All right, Ellen. Let's see. We still have jazz musicians for 10. We have jazz age musicians for 10. This famous musician had a very broad smile. This earned him the nickname Satchmo. Louis Armstrong. Who said that? Joanne? You're on a roll here, Joanne. Okay, that is correct. Do we have any other remaining categories that we haven't touched yet? We've done it all. All right. Fast and Yamaha. We've done, yes. Well, no, we haven't done. I don't think we did 40. We might have done 50. We'll do that again anyway. All right, so here's the jazz age for 40. In 1920, singer Mamie Smith entered music history as the first African-American woman to make vocal blank recordings. So think jazz. What's another style of jazz? There's stomp, and there's all kinds of different. What's another famous jazz style? Oh boy, I'm so sad that you don't know this answer. What? Ragtime? Yeah. What? Mike? Blue, is that right? There it is. All right, very good. Let's do that's for 50. Jazz age for 50. I'm not sure we did this or not. Yes, improvised his piano solo at the premiere of Rhapsody. We did that. I think we have done all of the numbers. So Nancy, what's our tally here? Well done. You guys are fabulous. Very, very good. So did anybody have some more jambalaya? Looks like it's all gone. Somebody got hungry. All right, we're going to start our final set in just a minute as soon as we get the results here. Mike is the winner. Congratulations. All right, so come on up. And you need to get your instructions from Max. So we're going to start our third set here. We're going to start with a sing-along. When you're working hard, you want to keep in that rhythm. So often singing was important. And, in the 19th century, they built the railroads all the way across the United States. And those railroad crews, you had songs that they sang while they were working. And one of them was called, I've Been Working on the Railroad. All right. So we're going to sing, check out the words on the screen over there. And we'll sing, I've Been Working on the Railroad to start our third. this really is part of the American musical tradition of the 19th and 20th centuries. I think just about everybody knows I've been working on the railroad, and I've, yeah, I've always wondered what being in the kitchen with Dinah was about, but we'll sing it anyway. Here we go. Mike's debut on the piano. So Max, tell us what Mike is doing.
Here we go. We have this sing-along song called I've Been Working on the Railroad. Many of you will probably know this song. And Mike, who won the Jeopardy, has a very special part in it. So he is going to pretend he is working on the railroad. And we're going to start right with that.
It's like the hammer ringing on the rails. And she hear the whistle blow and rise up so early in the morn. Oh, can she hear the captain shouting, Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn, our horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Toot. Dinah, won't you blow? Toot. Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Oh, oh, oh. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on the old banjo and singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, oh, 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 fee-fi, fiddly-I-o. Strumming on the old banjo. All right. So we're back to New Orleans jazz style and Jelly Roll Morton. Jelly Roll Morton has written a song called King Porter's Stomp. We get to stomp again. So I hope you can get anybody have your foot falling asleep? Because if your foot's falling asleep, this will get it awake again. Stomping with your feet. So here we go. Benny Goodman, 1935, King Porter's Stomp. All right, way to go. All right, let's raise the roof with your claps for Jan. All right. Woo! Okay, I guess we have to clap for Max too, don't we? Very good. We had New Orleans blues earlier. This is St. Louis blues. Written by W.C. Handy over 100 years ago, 1914. He was the father of the blues. Can't leave this place until you've sung the blues. The day's been long, but we've been working hard here, trying to get you guys excited about the piano, about the new piano for Valley Press. We got our two dueling pianists here, Jan and Max. They've been doing a great job, don't you think? Yeah, they've been doing a great job. But there are little bowls out here in front. We're going to count that and see who wins the duel at the end. So if you have a favorite and you want to make sure that they win, you can add to the bowls anytime now. We're grateful to all of the gifts that you've given us today, whether it's been 88 cents or $8.80 or $88 or $880, whatever it has been, we are grateful for that. I know Valley Presbyterian is grateful that you are here, and I hope you've had a good time so far. We're not done yet. We got quite a few more to go. Yeah. St. Louis Blues. All right, we're going back to Mr. Jelly Roll Morton again. Mr. Jelly Lord pays tribute to the influential jazz pianist that we've been hearing about earlier today. This is written by Ferdinand Jelly Roll Morton himself. And it again is in the distinctive New Orleans jazz style. So I have another announcement. We have a $50 donation online, and we have a $100 donation online. So thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to those of you who are watching online. Wave to them, Jan. Wave to them, Max. All right. All right. Jan sending his hug through the online to his wife there. Mr. Jelly Lord. All right. Woo! Mr. Jelly Lord. Mr. Jelly Lord. All right. So, how many of you are on Facebook? How many of you know somebody on Facebook? Right. So we have a request that if you could go on Facebook and like the Valley Presbyterian Church and follow the Valley Presbyterian Church and share that with your Facebook friends, that would be a really wonderful thing. You know, I'm old enough, an old enough fogey to be kind of out of the loop when it comes to all the social media stuff. The TikTokers and the tweeters, which isn't right anymore because it's now X, formerly known as Twitter, and you know, I'm stuck back in email from the ancient, you know, the days of the dark ages and email. But if you could like the Valley Presbyterian Church on your Facebook page and share that, that would be a wonderful thing. Yes. Instagram too. All right. Yeah, there you go. I don't think I have ever been on Instagram. Yeah. So, well, you know, dream on. So that would be wonderful. We have been very, very grateful for your presence today. Has anybody not had a good time today? If you haven't had a good time, be quiet. If you've had a good time, let's give our piano dual pianist. So once again, we have to see. Give me a you know, a clap for Jan here. You know, there we go. That's very good. Yeah, yeah. All right. And one for Max. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Max. Yep. For both of them. Woo-hoo. You know what? I don't think either of you won because we won. We got to hear you guys. You are fabulous, absolutely incredible, and we are the winners of today's experience. Thank you so very much. We have one last thing we'd like to share. It's a sing-along. Let's see. This is a travel song. When I was a kid, we would travel out every summer to my aunt and uncle's house in St. Joe, Michigan. I remember I talked about them before, Aunt Edith and Uncle Ed. And so every summer for a week, we'd be out there with them. And on the way in the car, you know, I think it was like a 13-hour car ride from Philadelphia to St. Joe, Michigan. And my father would get home from work about 5 o'clock. We'd pack up the car at 6 o'clock and drive all night and arrive at my grandma Della's house by about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock the next morning. And so we were always looking for songs to sing in the car. Well, this song is one of the songs that we sang. It's a great traveling song, and you'll notice little inserts there. So I would like everybody to stand up, and we're going to sing She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain. And guys, just a heads up, there might be a place where I take over at the end with a fermata. So, all right, so here we go. All right, so everybody stay, get the blood moving here, you know, you take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes, yep. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes, yep. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Yeah. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa there. Oh, she's driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa there. Oh, we'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa there. Oh, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Hi, babe. Oh, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Hi, babe. Oh, we'll all go out to meet her. We'll all go out to meet her. Oh, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Hi, babe. Oh, we'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum. Oh, we'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum. We'll all have chicken and dumplings. We'll have all have chicken and dumplings. Oh, we'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum. We'll be singing hallelujah when she comes. Hallelujah. We'll be singing hallelujah when she comes. We'll be singing hallelujah. We'll be singing hallelujah. We'll be singing hallelujah when she comes. Woo! Yeah. Thank you all so much for being here today. We have some special people to thank. The piano fundraiser organizing, Kathy Thillen, Linda Sear, Valerie Becker, Georgiana and John Suter, Allison Janaza, Terry Flanagan, Jill Heidel, Dolores Miller, Nancy and Jim Munn, Kim Downs, Lee Atanasio, Mimi Phelan, Lynn Marlis, Kathleen Null, Nancy Deming, Cynthia Cornelius, Margaret Das, Terry Flanagan, Reverend Jason Santalucia, and this last guy here, and we don't want to thank him, Reverend Sandy Koenig. We'll leave him off. And a special thank you to those who have joined us online, to our artists, and thank you for being here tonight. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.